Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Atlanta Thrashers franchise mode here in NHL 21. And before we actually get started, I want to let you guys know that I'm kind of back in between my two trips, so my voice might be a little weird because I haven't recorded a video in 2 weeks. So just a heads up on that front. But anyways, on last episode, we won our first Stanley Cup with the Atlanta Thrashers, and I think it took less time than it did with Detroit, which is pretty awesome. So glad we could finally win a Stanley Cup as we won over the Dallas Stars. We had a pretty good playoff run. I will run through it a little bit quickly and show you guys what happened over that course of the playoffs. So, as you can see, we beat Montreal, and it was a pretty tough series, I think, for the most part. I'm not sure if this is the last game of the season, though. It might be right there. But yeah, anyways, we beat them. I can't remember in how many games, if it was 5 or 6. But yeah, we beat them. We had a couple overtime wins in that series, and then we beat Carolina in 6 games. Another couple OT wins, or well, actually 1 OT win, 1 OT loss. And then we beat Toronto pretty easily, which was kind of a surprise because Toronto was a little bit of a better team than any of the other teams we played. And in Dallas, we managed to sweep in the finals to win our first Stanley Cup. So yeah, Carey Price also had a pretty good bounce back series in the conference finals and in the Stanley Cup finals, so he's more of a clutch goalie than I thought. And yeah, hopefully we can maybe win another Stanley Cup before the end of NHL 21, because we are winding down in this series and every other series pretty much until NHL 22 drops. So, but yeah, anyways, let's get into this offseason. We have the draft in the Resign Stage due in this episode, and in the next episode we'll do free agency and start up the season simulation, and that will be the last pre-recorded Atlanta Thrashers episode you guys are going to see, which means at the end of next episode you guys can actually let me know some suggestions for stuff to do with this club. So yeah, anyways, let's get into the draft and see what's up there. I don't even really remember the draft class because, like I said, it's been a couple weeks since I've actually recorded. And yeah, it feels really weird recording again, but I gotta get my voice back to normal. And also my sleep schedule back to normal if I can, because it's kind of weird. So we are drafting at number 31 because we won the Stanley Cup. Very proud of this team, how they played in that Stanley Cup Finals. We definitely destroyed Dallas in that one. So let me take a look at the draft class again just to see what was up there again, because I honestly don't remember anything. And none of these guys look familiar either. I don't even know if I looked at the draft class. Did I at the night of last episode? I might have. I don't really remember. This feels so weird playing video games again after 2 weeks. Like, literally, I didn't have even my computer nearby me at all for 2 weeks, which is something that I haven't had in a long time. So it was a nice, like, break in a sense. I only had my phone near me. So okay, so let's see what Philly takes at number 1. Philly's gonna take Bobalev, who's an 84. Wow, that's pretty good. Sniper. Yeah, that's a pretty good player to take at number 1. That guy's definitely going to be a good scorer right out of the gate for Philadelphia. And Antilla's going to go to Florida. He's a 79. New Jersey's going to take a 83 in Summers. I don't know why Florida would take a 79 two-way forward. Like, I get that they probably need two-way forwards or something like defensive players, but still, like, you could take an 83 sniper and you take a 79 two-way forward instead. A little bit of a weird pick for Florida. Good pick from New Jersey at number 3, and then Sepanen goes to Anaheim at 80 overall for a power forward. Pretty good there as well. Maybe another good goal scorer. And finally, Chicago at number 5 is going to take an offensive defenseman in Scatchard, 79 overall. Yeah, that guy's going to be a pretty good defenseman for them. Okay, let's sim up to our pick at number 31 now and make our first decision in the draft in quite a while for me, at least. You guys would have seen an episode like literally a couple days ago, but for me, it's been a while since I've actually done this. So let's see. We could take Neil Garvin, even though I don't really know much about him. He's probably only a top 9 now. Like, this draft class doesn't look super strong. Did I pin anybody, though, out of curiosity? I don't think I did, right? No, I did not pin any players in this draft, so I don't think I really even looked at this draft class at all. But the scouts are recommending us getting Neil Garvin, which I'm not opposed to getting. And there's Kuda, but he doesn't look great. Yeah, I think we are going to go with Garvin, even though there is technically a gem. I think I just saw a gem in Tunnel. This guy's probably a top 9 only, though. But he does have some good stats, so he might actually be not that bad of an option. But he isn't supposed to go down mid-second round. Do I go with what the scouts are recommending us? Yeah, you know what? I go with this what the scouts are recommending us. So let's go with Neil Garvin here. Why not? Pick up another winger for our forward core. And it sucks since we have the last pick in the each round. We aren't going to actually see our pick until I actually go back to the first round, which is annoying. But Garvin is a 61 medium top 9 two-way forward. Jeez, I almost said power forward. I'm trying to get used to my commentary again right now. Okay, so not a bad pick, I would say. The potential's not great, but oh well. He might end up panning out at some point. Let's move to our next pick at the end of the second round. Yeah, this draft class does not look too great. We might take the low top 4 defenseman because he's apparently 3 years away. Yeah, you know what? We're going to take Robert Samuelson. Why not? And once again, we have to go back again just to see how good he is. He is a low top 4, 64 overall defensive defenseman. So that's actually a pretty solid pick because I've seen low top 4s pan out more than medium top 6s. So I like that pick. There might be a medium elite defenseman that's a two-way defender, but he doesn't look that great. He's 5-year ETA, which means we probably won't get to see him play in this franchise mode series, but I might still take him anyways for trade value. There's also Darren Huskins, who looks decent, but he, I don't know. He's a pretty big boy though, 6'5", 198. You know, I'm gonna take a chance, I think, with Dalton Clemmy, just because he might be an elite defenseman. Why not? And let's see how good Dalton Clemmy is, or Climby, I don't even know how it's pronounced. And he is a medium elite two-way defenseman. Nice pickup there, 54 overall. Hopefully he develops a little bit quick, because I would really like to get him into the lineup as soon as possible. But yeah, we might not be able to actually get to see him play in this series, because I don't think we're going to be able to do all 25 years with this Atlanta Thrashers one, unfortunately, because of NHL 22 dropping in mid-October. So. And probably once NHL 22 starts, I'll probably revert to doing only one franchise mode series at a time, just because I need to have time to do my roster builds and all that stuff. So I'll do more of an update video probably later this month. Small skill widths, no thanks. Medium top, not top 6 maybe, but he's a 20-year-old, 4-year ETA. And let's take him. Why not? I really hate though when you go have the last pick in the round though that it automatically swaps to the next round right away. He's a top 9 grinder. That's not terrible, but probably won't make it. He might end up being a good AHL player. I might auto sim the rest of the draft soon because we are getting into the territory where we do not have a lot of information on some of these players. Maybe I'll take a low top 9 and Kemp. Or there's also this low top 9 for Kunin. BCC, DCC. Let's just take a look at the other one. So it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, that Verkunen is going to be better. So I guess we'll take Mika Verkunen. See how good he is. Once again, we have to go back to the previous round, and he is a low bottom 6 forward. So that's pretty terrible. I mean, he might still make it to the AHL, but not a great pick there. The scouts are recommending us go with Nikita Hebibulin or Dmitry Galiev. Any potential players? Potentially a low elite offensive defenseman in Vili Lume. I might have to take that guy with this pick. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to just take this guy with this pick. Why not? Yes, he might be a low elite. Let's see how good he is. He is a low elite offensive defenseman, 48 overall. Not too bad. It's going to take a while for him and that medium elite defenseman that we drafted to get to the NHL, but I think those are some pretty solid picks for late first round picks or late third round picks and late sixth round picks. So let's go to our 7th round pick and see if we can get anything with our last pick of the draft. There's another low top 9. I'm not opposed to getting another one of those because I know the computers always offer trades for them. Low top 4 defenseman though, but that guy's supposed to go way late, so he's probably not actually that good. Oh, I thought that was Dan Heinoke, but it's Dwayne Heinoke. I think I might just go with Quinn Eastwood here. but he's probably another bottom 6 dude, but he's only 18, so you know what, we're going to take Quinn Eastwood. Welcome aboard to the Atlanta Thrashers, and he was a low bottom 6, I think it said. Yep, 57 overall. So not the greatest draft, but not too bad either. We did get a couple good steals there. So we got Garvin, Samuelson, Clemmy, Picard, Verkunen, Lume, and Eastwood. So there's our picks in the 2031 draft, was it? Or 32 draft? 32 draft, okay. Now we got to get to the resign stage. I honestly do not remember who I have to resign. Apparently we have to get back the AHL head coach, which I will do. See if he wants to do that. Okay, there you go. And also we do have to get back a scout. A Liga scout. There you go. And then we just need to see who we have to re-sign, which I honestly don't remember who I have to re-sign. I probably showed you guys at the end of last episode, but once again I forget. So, okay, so not too bad actually of players to get back. So, Soderstrom would probably crack our lineup. I don't think he did last season, if I'm not mistaken. Gugnot as well will give you a contract. Yeah, that's good with me. Snyder, it looks like he's almost NHL already. Yeah, some of these guys we're going to have to qualify, actually. Let me just go to the RFA. Let's qualify the rest of these dudes, because I think the rest of these dudes are more AHL players. But we are pretty deep in terms of our players. Like, yeah, we might not be able to sign much free agents again this year. But who knows? Maybe we'll let go of somebody decent at some point. But then again, I'm pre-recording these episodes, so I don't know. Okay, so those are good. UFA wise, who's our best UFA we have to get back? It's Frolov. Let me just go to the bottom of this first and release some of these players first. 66 at 19 is not terrible for a low top 9. I don't really like his stats though, stat line, so we're gonna let him go. Medium top 9, 67 and 19 is not too bad. This guy looks pretty good, so we'll sign him up if I can. And then we'll also sign Sedin, because Sedin looks NHL, or not NHL ready, AHL ready. He could be NHL ready in some teams in this franchise mode, and Humphreys is also ready. Damn, yeah, our prospect pool is deep. Okay, so I think I have to let go of Tunney just to make room for Sedin, unfortunately. Frank could get signed as well, because why not? Which means we're also going to let go of Van Allen. We're going to let go of Jolkinen. We got to make up some room for our younger guys. And I think, yeah, we could still sign like Ladikainen. I don't want to send him to a one-way deal, but whatever, I just did that. Hopefully he doesn't accept that. Yeah, some of these guys I'm not going to be able to get back because they're all UFAs. Let's try and get 950. And Karostin. Ooh, whoa, oh wait, yeah, Karostin was a guy we signed, I think, as a depth forward, right? Yeah, he only played 3 games with us. Played 1 game in the playoffs, and he had 1 assist. He's not a bad player, but he wants way too much money, so we got to let him go for now. And then we just got Henricius and Frolov, Brian Elliott, Jackson Robbins. Yeah, Jackson Robbins, Laperriere. Yeah, we're running out of goalie room. I guess all these goalies are UFAs. Do I play Robbins as our backup goalie this year in the NHL and let go of Brian Elliott? It's not that Brian Elliott's a bad goalie. It's more just, Brian Elliott was fantastic in the playoffs, so you can't be wrong with that. His playoff numbers are really solid. And his regular season numbers are okay. I just don't know if I should bring him back or not. What does he want, out of curiosity? 3.95. That's not terrible. I might have to let go of Robbins, unfortunately, because Laperriere could be like a depth goalie for us. Yeah, I might have to let go of Jackson Robbins. He only has played like a couple games in the NHL, and he's been actually not terrible. He's never played an NHL playoff game. His playoff numbers in the AHL are actually really good too. He's the same age? No, he's younger than Brian Elliott. This is a tough call. Let me just go back to the skaters for a second. Get Frolov and Henricius back some contracts. I might actually have to let go of Henricius. Yeah, let's just give Frolov 4.4 for 1 year for now. And then Henricius, I think I might let go of because we do have some younger guys like... Yeah, Soderstrom's going to crack the lineup, so... Because I think he was still in the AHL last year, right? Yeah, he was. Okay, so we will let go of Vesa Henricius, which kind of sucks, but he has been getting less ice time every single season pretty much in the last few years. He's a pretty solid player still. He did show up in the playoffs, but we do have to let him go just to make room for younger guys. So best of luck in free agency, Vesa. And I think that's pretty much that. And then I still have to decide between Robbins and Elliott. So let me advance a day and just see if we get all these guys back. And then I will make my decisions on Robbins and Elliott. So Latikainen still needs to accept for UFAs. So we will give him a little bit more. You know, he's not really NHL ready. And then it comes down to those two. Those guys are all qualified, which is good. Yeah, Snyder could technically be in the NHL as well, so we are probably going to have to make up some more room at some point. But, Elliott or Robbins? Let me take a look at their individual attributes. So, Brian Elliott is 4.5-star reflex, 4-star puck control, 3-star athletic, while Robbins is 3.5-star reflex, is 4-star puck control, and 4-star athletics. So technically Robbins is more athletic, the same puck control as Brian Elliott, but just has worse reflexes. I do like Brian Elliott's stats that they're like kind of even across the board, but I think I'm gonna let go of Brian Elliott. I know it sounds weird, but I think he deserves a chance to go be a starter somewhere else. Yeah, Carey Price hasn't been our best goalie in a sense, but he did step up in the playoffs. So even though Brian Elliott played really good for us this playoff run, I think we're going to let him go for now. I might bring him back into free agency, but I think I want to try Jackson Robbins this year because that guy deserves an opportunity. He's been in the AHL for a long time. So best of luck in free agency, Brian Elliott. And yeah, we're going to sign Robbins to a 2-year deal, give him a little bit more so he accepts. And I think that should be pretty much it. Let's advance a day to see if we get him. And so we get that scale back. And yep, we did get him back. Okay, good. So we have still 16 contract spaces, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 8 in general. Only 8 of them are signed. So we do still have like another extra 8 contracts we could sign. So 16 more players we could sign if we want to. But obviously we probably won't do that. Let's just take a look at what we have for our roster going into next season already. So center wise we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, potentially 11 right there, 12, 13, 14. So we might be actually pretty good on forwards because I think I could use, who is it, Snyder, maybe even Cleary as a depth forward. Pispinen would crack into our lineup, which means I might have to get rid of somebody on this forward core. Like I might have to trade away or get rid of. Yeah, I might have to get rid of like Frolov, Houghton, or Kuznetsov. One of the three of them, those guys, just to get Pispinen into the lineup. I think. Because did Pispinen play this year? I think he did, right? Yeah, he did. Yeah, I think Snyder would be a good depth option potentially. But yeah, we are gonna have to make some changes to our roster a little bit. Maybe also use Hillen as a depth forward. Defensively, though, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7 for Guggenot. So our defense still looks pretty good. A lot of UFAs coming up, though, for the defensive core. So our defense might change next offseason. And then goalie-wise, Carey Price and Jackson Robbins. Yeah, we might not need to sign too much, to be honest. But I'm going to still take a look at what's available in free agency anyways, just in case. Let's take a look. Let's into free agency. See what we could get potentially in next episode. I'll also look at the trading block, but I don't know really if I'm going to be making trades. So let's take a look at what's available for free agents. So there is some very good players available. Is this guy an RFA or UFA? Yeah, he's an RFA. Okay. Let's just go to UFAs. So yeah, there's some pretty solid players in terms of overalls if we want to go for a big player, but I don't think it's really necessary with this team. Yeah, there's some really good players. Let's just take a look by each position. I honestly don't think we need much, though, if we're going to sign anybody this offseason. Wow, Sean Horkov is still playing. Is that Sean Horkov? Yeah, he's still playing. Joseph Vasicek still playing as well. Left wingers. Alex Frolov, Threffel. Yeah, there's definitely some good players out there, but I honestly don't think we need to bring in any of these players because we have like a lot of youth that could jump in. So it's kind of pointless to sign players. There's some really good players though, like Pickard. This guy was a former 4th overall pick. I remember, yeah, he was really good in Buffalo. He's got 613 points in 714 games, 40 points in 60 playoff games, and just under point per game in the preseason. So yeah, there's definitely some players out there, but I might just let the computer sign some of these guys because honestly, I like our team right now, how it's built up, I think. Defensively, Gonchar's the best defenseman. Brad Stewart's still playing apparently. Hey, look, there's Isaiah Edmonds who wants $6 million now. I did see that he was playing in, yeah, he's been playing actually in the NHL quite a bit, and he actually played really good with Boston this last season. 32 points in 47 games, but I guess he was injured for the last half of the season or something. Yeah, it must have been. But yeah, that's a really good season from Isaiah Edmonds. So he's actually getting a good opportunity, or he was getting a good opportunity in Boston. But yeah, he's actually a pretty solid player. Now, I don't need to sign him back, but yeah, that's kind of cool. Good to see him actually doing pretty decent. Murray Blugis is also a free agent, our former defenseman. Played 82 games with Phoenix, having 18 points and a plus 31, so pretty good from him. And then he also played with the Rangers for a bit as well, where he was pretty good too. So yeah, he was a little bit too physical of a player, so it's good that we let him go. And I think that's pretty much that. And then goalie-wise, not that we need to bring back a goalie, but there is Pekka Rinne available. There's Nicholas Callahan. Aren't those both Carolina goalies? Yeah, Carolina lost both of their goalies in this offseason. We just beat them in the playoffs, and they lost both goalies. Damn. That is a big loss for them. Unless they managed to bring one of them back. But, yeah. Brian Elliott might not be that bad to bring back, but I think he deserves a chance to be a starter somewhere. So, but there is some really good goalies out there. Like we could bring in Roberto Luongo as our backup goalie instead of playing Robbins, but I don't think it's necessary to do that. But yeah, definitely a decent amount of good goalies out there. Josh Gare as well, who's pretty old now. And yes, the free agents. Let's take a quick look at the trading block, even though I don't think I'm going to be making any trades. And I think that's pretty much it for this episode at that point. It feels weird recording again, honestly, but I'm getting used to it. So, Jeff Gilson's on the block and some picks. What else we got here? More picks. There's usually never anything good on the block in the off season. It seems like it's always like just draft picks and stuff, which I don't mind to an extent. But there's some players. Scott Hartnell's in Columbus. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know if he signed there. He was dealt there, but Scott Hartnell going to Columbus like he was in real life. I think he signed there because he's been there for a long time, but that's still kind of cool. Sergeyev, Spencer, Kreider, and Modine. Stahlberg, Wilsey, Standard, Artukin, and Franson. Some more picks in Detroit. Sadikov, Playfair, Hader, Sjogren, and Matvechuk. So just basically some prospects. Christian Useli's in Europe. It's not a bad player. Florida's got some picks. LA's got Peckham, Breen, Horton, Valahady, and Bernier. Peckham's not bad. He's a top 6 forward prospect that's 21 years old, 77 overall. But not that we really need another player into our prospect pool at the moment, I don't think. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Van de Leest, Gonchar, Clermont, Strome, I almost said Storm, Banting, and Ortiz. New Jersey's got some picks again, as per usual. New York Islanders have Rick Nash, Matthew Savoy, Henriksen, Hoodler, and that's pretty much that. So some pretty good players actually in the Islanders. I mean, Rick Nash is a pretty good player to have for 1 year, and he's making less than $4 million. Now, he has had a little bit of a rough time in New York in terms of plus-minus and wherever he's been, but he is still a pretty solid player. Probably worse than he was in real life, but he's not a bad player at 30 years old. I just don't really know where I would slot somebody like Rick Nash. Ian would probably bump out a young player, so I don't think we could even trade for somebody like Rick Nash, as cool as it would be. Tyler Arneson, Marian Hossa, Ladislav Nagy, whoever this Yolonen dude is, and that's it. So some good players there in Ottawa, all with like 1 year left on their deals as well. But once again, I don't think we have any room where we could slot those dudes in. And then Pittsburgh has Boyclair, Goslin, Hansen, Potomley, and Bancroft. San Jose, some more random prospects. And I can't. Thomas Cavalry is playing in St. Louis. As a depth defenseman, that's not too bad. But we do have Guggenot. Olli Jokinen, Henrik Sedin, Jonathan Girard, Zdeno Chara, and Chris Phillips, all in Tampa Bay. So some pretty good veterans there. But once again, I don't think it's really necessary for us to make a trade anyways, so I might not even make any trades next episode. And that's pretty much it that's on the block. So not really a whole lot. There was some intriguing stuff, but like I said, I don't really think it's necessary for us to actually make any trades because we do have younger guys in the system that are going to be jumping up. So guys like Snyder could be a depth forward. We could always use Cleary as a depth forward, that type of thing. And then we also have guys that are cracking the lineup, like, let me just go to forwards. Guys down here like Soderstrom is going to be jumping in. Hillen could be a depth forward. Like, we honestly don't really need to make much changes. Like, the only thing that we basically are going to be making for changes this offseason is we let go of Henricius in favor of one of the younger guys like Soderstrom. So I think our team is pretty much set in stone, but I will make the decision in the next episode if I want to keep the team like this or if I want to bring anybody in. But I really don't think it's necessary for us to. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Orlando Thrashers franchise mode. So in next episode, we will have free agency and start up the season simulation. And yeah, we'll see how good this team could do after winning the Stanley Cup and if they could go for maybe a back-to-back situation. So let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll see you guys next time.